everybody, it's Andrew from Coin and Relic, Ontario. I'm just going to do just a quick review of some of the best finds that I had in 2015. Just going to start with the coins and then probably go to the relics. So I'll start off with the coins. They're in no particular order. I don't have them separated from coppers to silvers. They're just my best finds. So here we go. I've got a little light here just because the lighting in here is not the greatest. So first find, or this would be, not in no particular order, so this would be what I would consider number 10, I guess. So we got an 1880 Indian. It's in pretty good shape. You can see a little bit of the Liberty. Next is a silver fish scale, 1910. From the same site, a 1910 dime. And silver 1940 quarter, 1914, sorry. And the rest I think are pretty much coppers. And we have an 1856 braided hair large cent American. Kind of crusty. And here we have beautiful 2-cent piece American. And I'll flip it over quick. Where are we? Right there. 1865. It's got a little green disease on the side there. Just wouldn't pick off, so just leave it as is. But that was a great find. Beautiful, beautiful coin. Lots of detail on that. And next is a Upper Canada halfpenny token. And then we'll flip that over. There we go. There we go. 1820 commercial change. That was a nice find. That's at the same site where my buddy Michael just found the 1852 Bank of Upper Canada token. So that's awesome. These two finds were from my token site. They're 1816 Sir Isaac Brock tokens. That's what the front looks like. And there's the other one. That's what the back looks like. The hero of Upper Canada. Okay, and my number one find, this was found early in the spring. I think it was April. At my token site, same spot as these. It is a King George III halfpenny token. And I'll flip that over. There we go. Pretty worn out on this side. This was the side that was pretty crusted up. But you can barely make out the date there. Britannia. I measured it, the diameter of it, so it's not a counterfeit, which I thought it more than likely could have been because there was a lot floating around back then. I think they said 1 out of every 10 coins in Canada were counterfeit back then. So yeah, that's my oldest coin to date, and that was a mind blower. So that was great. So that would be my #1 coin of the year, with special consideration to these two, but that's the oldest. Okay, off to relics. Got these 2 suspender clips. These are probably 1800s. Not sure when. I'm assuming probably mid to late. Pretty ornate. And then we got this nice Conestoga bell. And then these 2 things I found in the same hole. I just didn't have my camera with me on that day, but they're some kind of navy or anchor buttons. They are old because they had iron backs on them, which are now gone. So it's just the face. That's all that's left. But there's no marking. I don't know. I haven't found any info on these at all. And then these 3 Croto bells. These all came from the token site. They're all early 1800s, pre-1850, because they got the 2 holes on the top instead of the 4. And all have the same suspender latch. 2 of them still have leather attached to them. Yeah, it was a really great year for Croto bells this year. And going forward, we have the World War I medal, the Band of Mercy medal. Found that in the spring as well. It's made out of bronze. And then this chunky brass ring that I found. It's got the 4 stones in it. And the middle one is glass, I think. That was a man's ring, big ring, brass. Found that at an old house site. And going forward, we have a Civil War infantry eagle button. Still got some gold gilt on it still. No shank. So that's probably #4, I think. #3 is this Canadian Militia button. I think I found that in the beginning of December. That's 1880 to 1895, somewhere around there. So that was a nice find for our Canadian history. And you might not like what my #2 is, but it's just the history about it is why I picked it #2. It's the beat up powder flask. Found this at same site as the 2 American coppers. It's got the guy on there holding his musket. It's got his satchel. Dog over here, a little pond at the bottom. And there's a big tree in the background. Double-sided. It's in 2 pieces, but just the history behind that, and that you don't find these very often. And that's probably the main reason why I picked it #2. It's just an awesome artifact and piece of history. Definitely 1800s, for sure. And #1, I'm going to bring this a little closer. number one relic of 2015 is my Civil War Eagle Breastplate. It's in great shape. All I did was brush this off. No water, nothing. Still got pretty much the patina that it came out of the ground with. And actually, just recently I was brushing the back, and I did manage to get a maker's mark on the back. It's a Pitman. Right in the middle there, you can barely make out the letters, but it's on the lead. Still got one of the attachment loops there. But it's a Pitman, so kind of gives me a better idea of the relic itself and who designed it and who made it. So yep, that's relic number one for 2015. It's going to be hard to beat because we don't find many, especially American War relics in Canada, even though they did fight in the Civil War. But yeah, and I think with some research I can find out from the house site I was at if the people that owned that site back then, find out if one of the people that lived there, to find out if they fought in the Civil War or not. That'll be a cool research to do. So anyway, they're all my best finds for 2015. Like I said, no particular order, and this is some of the other honorable mentions here in my case. I got some more silvers, a whole whack of large cents, some buckles, pistol balls, musket balls, brooches, Indian heads, silver sterling spoon, more crotal bells. So yeah. Anyway, hopefully our friends to the south can dig out of that blizzard they had, because up here in southern Ontario all the snow's gone, so I might be detecting this weekend. It's supposed to go up in temperature, so after my best finds of 2015, you might see a first ton of 2016 video up soon. Alright, so take care, my friends, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.